Hello everyone, welcome to Creative Civil Engineering Coach. This video is about KPSC recruitment for Assistant Town Planners for the Department of Town and Rural Planning, which was held on 30th August 2015. So let's solve this question paper. Question number 1. Example of igneous rock are: igneous rocks are formed when molten rock cooled down to solid state. Here granite and diorite are the example of igneous rock. So option D is the right answer. Question number 2. When bricks are immersed in water for 24 hours, to find percentage absorption for first class bricks, the value should be limited to. So as per IS 1077-1992, the water absorption for first class bricks should be limited to 20%. Option D is the right answer. Question number 3. Setting time of the cement is determined by conducting test using this apparatus. So for finding the initial and final setting time of the cement, the apparatus used is Vicat apparatus. Option B is the right answer. Question number 4. Requirements of an ideal varnish are: varnish is an homogeneous solution of resin in oil, alcohol or turpentine, and type of solvent used depends upon type of the resin used. So for an ideal varnish, it should make surface glossy, it should give tough and hard durable surface, it should dry rapidly. So all of these options are correct. So the right answer is option D. Question number 5. Maximum deflection for a cantilever of a length L carrying a load of W at its free end is. So let's consider a cantilever beam of length L subjected to intensity of concentrated load at its free end. So its maximum deflection at free end will be WL cube divided by 3EI. So the right answer is option C. Question number 6. Buckling load for a column with both its ends hinged is given by. We know that critical buckling load for a column is given by general formula N square pi square EI divided by L square, where N is a factor depending upon the end condition of the column. Since for a column it is given as both end hinged, for both end hinged the value of N is equal to 1 and effective length of the column will be L. So the critical load for this type of condition will be pi square EI divided by L square. So the right answer is option A. Question number 7. For a column with both end fixed, the effective length is given by. So when a column is fixed with the both end hinged, its effective length will be half times of the initial length of column. So the right answer is option A. Question number 8. For a simply supported beam of a span length L carrying a uniformly distributed load of W per meter over its entire span, the maximum deflection will be. So let's consider a simply supported beam AB of a span length L subjected to UDL load throughout the span of intensity W per meter over its entire span. So its maximum deflection will be at center of the beam of intensity 5 W L to the power of 4 divided by 384 EI. So the right answer is option A. Question number 9. The equation for power transmitted by the shaft having torque is. We know that power of the shaft is equal to torque into angular velocity. So torque into angular velocity is 2 pi n divided by 60, where n is the speed of a shaft in revolution per minute RPM. So power of the shaft will be 2 pi nt divided by 60. So this formula is in terms of watts. So to convert it into horsepower, 2 pi nt divided by 745.7 into 60, and to convert torque into horsepower we multiply by 9.81. So power of the shaft will be 2 pi nt divided by 4500. So this formula is in terms of horsepower. So the right answer is option A. Question number 10. Maximum slope at free end of a cantilever of a length L carrying a uniformly distributed load W over the entire span is. So let's consider a cantilever beam of a span length L subjected to UDL load throughout the span of W per meter So its maximum deflection at free end, that is at point B, will be WL to the power of 4 divided by 8 EI, and maximum slope at free end will be WL cube divided by 6 EI. So the right answer is option A. Question number 11. A resolution of a force is well explained by: when a force is resolved into two parts along two mutually perpendicular directions without changing its effect on the body, the parts along those directions are called resolved parts, and the process is called resolution of forces. So basically the resolution of force is explained by splitting the force in two directions. So the right answer is option A. Question number 12. Units of moment of inertia is: area of a moment of inertia is usually calculated in terms of millimeter to the power of 4. The moment of inertia is mostly specified based on the distribution of mass in the body with respect to axis of rotation. So the unit of moment of inertia will be mm to the power of 4. Option A is the right answer. Question number 13. The value of the bending moment at a point of contraflexure is: point of contraflexure means it is a change of bending moment from positive to negative. So in the following figure you can observe, at a point of contraflexure the value of the bending moment will be always 0. So the right answer is option C. Question number 14. Radius of gyration is the ratio of: we know that slenderness ratio of a column is given by ratio of effective length of the column divided by least radius of gyration, where least radius of gyration is the ratio of square root of moment of inertia divided by area or mass of the given cross section. So in the following option you can observe, for option B it should have been given as square root of I by y. So assuming this correction, the right answer must be option B. Question number 15. Flexural rigidity is: as per bending theory equation, we know that m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R. So the product of maximum bending moment into radius of curvature of a beam is equal to Young's modulus of elasticity into moment of inertia, which means that flexural rigidity is equal to product of modulus of elasticity into moment of inertia. So right answer is option B. Question number 16. Hooke's law states that: Hooke's law states within the elastic limit, the stress produced on a body is directly proportional to strain produced in a body. So to remove this proportionality constant, we use elastic constant called modulus of elasticity E into strain. So the ratio of stress divided by strain is equal to constant, which is Young's modulus of elasticity. So it is the ratio of stress divided by strain is a constant. Option D is the right answer. Question number 17. Identify the correct bending equation. So as per bending theory, we know that maximum bending moment divided by moment of inertia I is equal to bending stress divided by distance at a point from neutral axis, either from top or bottom of the cross section, is equal to Young's modulus of elasticity divided by radius of curvature of neutral axis. So the right answer is option A. Question number 18. When a cantilever of a length L is subjected to concentrated load W at its free end, then the value of the bending moment at fixed end is. So let's consider a cantilever beam AB of a span length L subjected to concentrated load W at its free end. So its maximum bending moment will be at fixed end of intensity W into L. So the right answer is option C. Question number 19. For M20 grade concrete, the ingredients will be in the ratio of. For M20 grade concrete, it will be in the ratio of 1 parts of cement, 1.5 parts of sand and 3 parts of aggregate. Option B is the right answer. Question number 20. Specific gravity of the cement will have a value of. Specific gravity of a cement is defined as the mass of cement of specified volume to the mass of water of same volume of cement. So it will be having a specific gravity of a value 3.15. Option C is the right answer. Question number 21. The soil transported by wind is called. So when the soil is transported by wind, it is called aeolian soil. Option A is the right answer. It is a type of soil that is transported from one place to another by wind action. These type of soil have high compressibility and low density, and they are non-plastic, and its void ratio and permeability of the soil will be high. Question number 22. The relationship between void ratio and porosity ratio is. We know that the relationship between void ratio is ratio of porosity divided by 1 minus porosity, and porosity is equal to ratio of void ratio divided by 1 plus void ratio. So void ratio is equal to porosity into 1 plus void ratio. So the right answer is option B. Question number 23. Ground floor is that floor which is constructed. Ground floor are usually constructed just above the ground level and just above the basement level. So both these options are correct. So the right answer is option C. Both A and B of the above. Question number 24. Generally, while plastering is done for ordinary buildings, the ratio of cement and sand used in the cement plaster should be. Generally, the ratio of cement to sand in a cement plaster for inner plastering will be 1:6, and for outer plastering, the ratio of cement to sand will be 1:4. So in the given question, it is not clearly mentioned whether it is for outer plastering or inner plastering. So let's consider option C for inner plastering, 1:6. So option C will be the right answer. Question number 25. The type of the arch used for high dome buildings where appearance is of primary importance is known as. Ashlar arch. Option A is the right answer. In this type of the arch, stones are cut to proper shape of voisers and fully dressed and then joined with a cement mortar. Basically, these type of the arches are used for aesthetic appearance and decoration purpose. Question number 26. Local attraction in a compass surveying may be due to. Local attraction means it is the attraction of the magnetic needle to a local magnetic field other than the earth magnetic field. So local attraction is the phenomenon by which the magnetic needle is constantly prevented to point towards the magnetic north at a place. And if the difference between a forebearing and back bearing is 180 degree, then both ends of the station are considered to be free from local attraction. So basically, the local attraction in a compass surveying may be due to presence of magnetic material. Option B is the right answer. Question number 27. A staff reading taken on a benchmark on a change point is known as. So when there is a change point, its staff reading on a benchmark will be always backside. Option A is the right answer. Question number 28. The load that reaches the foundation can be of. So the load coming onto the foundation is a type of vertical compressive loads, vertical uplift forces and horizontal natural forces. So vertical compressive loads means the force which are perpendicular to the roof or floor system. Vertical uplift forces means it is a type of pile foundation where you can observe the upward pressure is applied. And horizontal natural forces means it is a type of wind forces or snow loads. So all these loads are coming onto the foundation. So the right answer will be option D, all of the above. Question number 29. Height of the plinth should be. As per building bylaw, plinth height may be considered in the range of 300 to 600 mm depth. But most commonly, in practical purpose, its height will be equal to 450 mm, which means that it is equal to 45 cm. Option C is the right answer. Question number 30. Setback line usually be. Setback line means it is a line parallel to the center line of a road or a street and laid down by in each case of competent authority beyond which nothing can be erected or re-erected. So setback line usually be of parallel to the plot boundaries. Option A is the right answer. Question number 31. Special type of foundation for black cotton soil is. When the construction of the foundation is done on a black cotton soil, it is a very risky work due to its swelling and shrinkage properties, so that it reduces its bearing capacity also. So for this purpose, the type of the foundation suitable is pile foundation, pier foundation, under rim pile. So all these foundations are suitable for black cotton soil. So the right answer is option D. Question number 32. Nominal size of modular brick. Bricks having certain thickness of mortar is called modular bricks, having a standard dimension of 200 mm by 100 mm by 100 mm, which means that it is 20 by 10 by 10 centimeter. Option C is the right answer. And non-modular bricks is of size of 23 by 11.4 into 7.6 centimeter. So this size is for modular bricks and this is for non-modular bricks. Question number 33. Windows provided on sloping side of roof. A vertical window built on a sloping side of pitched roof as a source of light and ventilation and to provide habitable space in the pitched roof are called dormer windows. These type of the vertical windows provided on sloping side roof are also called as skylights, basically for ventilation purpose. So option B is the right answer. It is called as dormer window and skylights. Question number 34. Queen post truss are used for a span off. Queen post truss is a tension member in a truss. In the following picture you can observe so that it can span longer openings than a king post truss. So usually the range of span for queen post is 8 to 12 meters. But in the following option it is given as greater than 9 meter and less than 14 meter. So option A will be the most appropriate answer. Question number 35. In plastering, sand controls. When the plastering is done, sand controls shrinkage, porosity, strength and adhesive properties. So all these properties will be controlled by sand while plastering. So the right answer is option D, all of the above. Question number 36. Principle of surveying followed to prevent accumulation of error. So to prevent this accumulation of error, the principle of surveying adopted is working from whole to part. Option A is the right answer. Question number 37. A chain was found to be 20 cm too long after chaining 1500 meter. The correct length of the total distance changed if initially the chain was 30 meter will be. So we have to find the correct distance. So the correct distance D is equal to chain length is 30 meter which is 20 cm too long, which means that it is 0.2 meter too long, divided by original length of the chain is 30 meter multiplied by measured distance is 1500 meter. On calculating this, the correct distance will be 1510 meter. So the right answer is option D, none of these. Question number 38. For 1 degree curve and 20 meter chain length, the radius of the curve will be. Since the degree of the curve is given as 1 degree, it is 1 into pi by 180, which is equal to pi by 180 degree. So theta is equal to arc length divided by radius of the curve. So arc length is 20 meter divided by radius of the curve. So pi by 180 is equal to 20 by r. So radius of the curve is equal to 180 into 20 divided by pi, which is equal to 1146 meter. So the right answer is option A. Question number 39. The curvature and refraction correction applied to the staff readings respectively are. The curvature always increases the staff reading, hence its correction is always negative. So the curvature correction is given by the formula minus 0.0785 d square, where d is the horizontal distance measured between the points in kilometer. And the rays of light when passing through the atmosphere bend down and follows the curved path. Hence the refraction correction is always positive, which is given by the formula 0.01121 d square. So the combined correction, which is equal to minus 0.0673 d square. So in the given question it is asked about the curvature and refraction correction. So it will be always negative and positive. Option T is the right answer. Curvature correction will be always negative and refraction correction will be always positive. Question number 40. Mean sea level at any place is the average datum of hourly tide height observed over a period of nearly 20 years. Usually mean sea level is taken for a period of 20 years. Option C is the right answer. Question number 41. A vertical rectangular plane surface is submerged in water such that its top and bottom surfaces are 1.5 meter and 6 meter respectively below the free water surface. The position of center of pressure below the free water surface will be at a distance of. We know that center of pressure for rectangular plane surface is equal to center of gravity plus moment of inertia divided by area into depth of the center of gravity of a rectangular plate. On calculating this, the center of pressure will be 4.2 meter. So the right answer is option D. Number 42. An ideal flow of any fluid must satisfy continuity equation. Option D is the right answer. This continuity equation represents the law of conservation of mass for analysis of uniform flow. In general, for unsteady flow, change in storage is equal to mass inflow rate minus mass outflow rate. And for steady flow, the change in storage will be 0. So it is mass inflow rate minus mass outflow rate. Question number 43. In order that a flow takes place between the 2 points in a pipeline, the differential pressure between these 2 points must be more than. To overcome the surface tension, viscous effect and frictional resistance allowing the flow to take place in the pipeline between any 2 points, the differential pressure should be more than frictional force, viscosity and surface tension. So all these options are correct. So the right answer is option D, all of the above. Question number 44. The rainfall on 5 successive days were measured as 100 mm, 80 mm, 60 mm, 40 mm and 20 mm respectively. If the infiltration index or storm loss rate for the catchment area is earlier estimated as 50 mm per day, the total surface runoff will be. So we have to calculate the total surface runoff. Given that value of phi index is equal to 50 mm per day. We know that if the precipitation or rainfall index value, if it is less than phi index value, then the runoff will be considered as 0. So among this 5 rainfall value of 20 mm and 40 mm will be considered as 0. So the total runoff will be 100 minus 50 plus 80 minus 50 plus 60 minus 50. 40 mm and 20 mm are considered as 0 because the precipitation value is less than phi index value. So the total runoff will be 50 plus 30 plus 10, which is equal to 90 mm. So the total runoff value will be 90 mm. Option C is the right answer. Question number 45. When a canal and drainage approach each other at same level, the structure so provided is level crossing. Option B is the right answer. This type of cross drainage work admits the drain water into canal and intermingle with each other. So for this type of condition, when there is a canal and drainage meeting at same level, level crossing type of cross drainage work will be provided. Question number 46. Pick up the incorrect statement from the following. Culturable commanded area is the gross area of irrigation canal system having less. We know that culturable commanded area is the area which can be irrigated from a scheme and it is fit for cultivation. So it will be more in case of fallow lands. Fallow lands means it is a farmland that has no crops on it, usually for a year to recover its fertility to grow crops. So culturable commanded area will be more in fallow lands. But culturable commanded area will be less in populated area, alkaline area and forest area. So this area will be having lesser culturable commanded area. So the right answer is option D. Question number 47. Head developed by the centrifugal pump depends upon. In a centrifugal pump, head developed will be depending upon impeller diameter and its speed. Option A is the right answer. Although this impeller majorly gives the kinetic energy to flow, which is then converted to pressure energy or head in the casing. Question number 48. The minimum length of overtaking zone for a two-way road is dash times the safe overtaking side distance. Overtaking side distance is the minimum distance open for a driver on a two-way road to enable him to overtake another vehicle ahead with the safety against the traffic from opposite direction. So as per IRC, overtaking zone are provided when the overtaking side distance can't be provided throughout the length of highway. So its minimum length will be 3 times the overtaking side distance. Suppose if it is asked for a desirable length of overtaking zone, it will be 5 times the overtaking side distance. So in the given question it is asked particularly for minimum length. So the right answer will be 3 times the overtaking side distance. Option B is the right answer. Question number 49. The cross slope of the cement concrete pavement as per IRC is in the range of. So as per IRC, you can observe in the following table the classification of cross slope for different type of pavements. So particularly for cement concrete pavement, it is in the range of 1:50 to 1:60. So option D is the right answer. Question number 50. The width of carriageway as per IRC for a single lane road is 3.75 meter. Option D is the right answer. Question number 51. An exit taxiway in an airport is provided. An exit taxiway in an airport is provided along the runway to minimize the runway occupancy by landing aircraft so as to clear for other aircrafts. So it is usually along the runway to clear for other aircrafts. So option B is the right answer. Question number 52. Vignol's rail is a type of. Vignol rail is a type of flat-footed rail. Option B is the right answer. Question number 53. Which signal is not a harbor signal? Among this following option, fixed signal, oscillating signal and flashing light are all harbor signal, but rotating signal is not a harbor signal. Option C is the right answer. Question number 54. The dock parallel to the seashore in the harbor is called. Parallel to the seashore means it is called wharf. Option C is the right answer. It is generally called as landing places, usually built in form of wall for a depth of 10 to 12 meters. So the right answer is option C, wharf. Question number 55. The center to center distance between the wheels of a tracked vehicle on a highway bridge as per IRC is. So for a tracked vehicle, the center to center distance between is 1200 mm. Option A is the right answer. Question number 56. Arrange the road system in the correct order. As per Nagpur road plan, Indian roads are classified into 5 categories based on their location and their function. So the first classification is National Highway, State Highway, Major District Road, Other District Road and Village Roads. These are the 5 categories of classification. So among this given option, the first classification is National Highway, second is State Highway, third classification is Major District Road and fourth classification is Other District Road and Village Road. So the correct sequence or order is 3, 1, 2 and 4. Option B is the right answer. Question number 57. For highways, the relationship of a super elevation is given by. So as per IRC, super elevation plus coefficient of lateral friction is equal to V square divided by 127R. Option A is the right answer, where E is the rate of super elevation, F is the coefficient of friction, V is the speed of the vehicle, R is the radius of horizontal curve. Question number 58. Classify the gauge width of the broad gauge, meter gauge and narrow gauge. As per IRC, broad gauge width is 1.676 meter, meter gauge width is 1 meter and narrow gauge width is 0.762 meter. So option A is the right answer. Question number 59. Bituminous or flexible pavement consists of. So bituminous pavement consists of subgrade at the bottom, this is subbase, this is base course and this is surface course. So the right answer is option C. Question number 60. Match the following. Here you can observe all the statements are regarding the correction for basic runway length of airport. So according to Indian Civil Aviation Organization, correction for elevation is 7% per 300 meter rise in elevation above mean sea level. So for statement A, it is 2. Airport reference temperature is calculated as T is equal to monthly mean of average daily temperature of hottest month plus difference between the monthly mean of maximum daily temperature and monthly mean of average daily temperature of hottest month divided by 3. So for statement B, it is 3. Correction for gradient. Gradient correction should be 20% per every 1% of effective increase in slope. So for statement D, it is 4. Therefore, the correct code combination or a sequence of order is 2314. Option D is the right answer. Question number 61. Runways are usually oriented. Runways are usually oriented in the direction of prevailing wind. It is along the direction of longest line on the windrow's diagram. So option A is the right answer. Question number 62. Shafts in the tunnel are vertical wells or passage that connects the ground surface to the tunnel roof. So option B is the right answer. Question number 63. Identify the correct classification of arbor. These classifications are based on utility purpose of arbor. So statement A, natural arbor. Natural arbor means it is a protected arbor from storm or wind action and wave action by natural configuration of land. So for statement A, it is 1. Protected arbor. Statement B, military arbor. Military arbors are those which are used for naval base for the purpose of accommodating the naval ship or vessels. So for statement B, it is 4. Statement C, commercial arbor. Commercial arbors are those arbors which provide the facility to load and discharge the cargoes. So for statement C, it is 3. Statement D, refuge arbor. Refuge arbors are those which provide a shelter for ships during the storm and provides accommodation. So it is used for providing the good anchorage, safety and access from the sea. So for statement D, it is 2. So the correct code for the given statements is 1432. So option A is the right answer, 1432. Question number 64. Per capita demand of the water is given by. Per capita demand of water means it is the ratio of annual average water content consumption of a community to the total population for 365 days expressed in liter per capita day. So it is a ratio of Q divided by P into 365 liter per day. So option A is the right answer. Question number 65. The pH value of the drinking water is. pH value in the drinking water should be always 7. It is neither acidic or basic because the concentration of hydroxide ion and hydrogen ion is equal in pure water, making it neutral. So the right answer is option C. pH should be 7. Question number 66. While designing the public water supply scheme, the rate of fire demand is worked out on the basis of. So it is worked on basis of Cushing formula, which is given by the formula Q is equal to 318 root P, where P is the population in 1000. It is based on Freeman formula, which is given by the formula 1136 into P by 5 plus 10, where P is the population in 1000, and National Board of Fire Underwriter formula is given by 4637 into square root of P into 1 minus 0.01 square root of P, where P is the population in 1000. So it is worked on basis of Cushing formula, Freeman formula and National Board of Fire Underwriter formula. So all these options are correct. So the right answer is all of the above. Option D is the right answer. Question number 67. Which one of the following is not a waterborne disease? Waterborne diseases are caused by a variety of microorganisms, biotoxin and toxic contaminants. Among these following options, typhoid, cholera and malaria are all waterborne disease, but jaundice is not a disease. It is a sign or symptom of disease that could be affecting the blood or liver. So among these following options, jaundice is not a waterborne disease. Option D is the right answer. Question number 68. As per Indian Standard Drinking Water Specification from IS 10500/1991, the maximum desirable limit of sulfate is. So according to this code, the maximum permissible limit of sulfate is 200 mg per liter. Option A is the right answer. So if the concentration of sulfate exceeds this limit, it causes laxative effect. Question number 69. The temporary hardness of water is caused by. Temporary hardness of water is caused by carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium, and it can be removed by boiling. So the right answer is option A. Carbonates and bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. Question number 70. A septic tank is a. Septic tank is defined as the primary sedimentation tank which serves as a combination of both sedimentation and digestion tank. Option C is the right answer. Usually the septic tank has a detention period of 12 to 36 hours, having a width of 650 mm and length of the septic tank is 2 to 4 times the width of the septic tank, and depth having 1 to 1.3 meter with a capacity of 1 cubic meter. Question number 71. The Nagpur road plan classified the roads in India based on location and function. Option C is the right answer. This was classified in the year 1943 according to the first 20-year-old plan, which was in star and grid pattern. Question number 72. An ideal transition curve for the horizontal alignment of highway should be spiral. Option B is the right answer because it should satisfy the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration, and it enhances the aesthetic also with the simple calculation and field implementation of spiral curve. So option B is the right answer. Question number 73. Windrow's diagram is useful in deciding the orientation of. Windrow's diagram is useful in deciding the orientation of a runway. Option A is the right answer because these diagrams help to summarize the information about the wind at a particular location over a particular time period. In the following picture, you can observe the windrows diagram which are used for the deciding the orientation of runway. Question number 74. The yard where trains and other loads are received, sorted out and new trains formed and dispatched onwards are known as marshalling yards. Option A is the right answer. In the following picture, you can observe the marshalling yard. It is a place or depot where railway wagons are centered and made up into trains and where engine carriages are kept when not in use. Question number 75. The signal which is not used in arbor. Arbor signals are necessary because they contain information on the location, intensity, direction and speed of the movement of tropical cyclone and expected weather over the port. So, among these following options, light ships, beacons and buoys are all arbor signals, but semaphore is not an arbor signal, it is a railway signal. So option A is the right answer. Semaphore signal, it is a flag signaling system used in railway which displays the different indication to train drivers by changing the angle of inclination of pivoted arm. So in the following picture you can observe the railway signal called semaphore. Question number 76. The number of standard modular bricks required to make 1 meter cube of masonry is. Number of modular bricks is given by the ratio of amount of the brickwork. Amount of the brickwork is 1 meter cube divided by size of the modular brick. Size of the modular brick is 0.2 by 0.1 into 0.1. So if you calculate this, the number of modular bricks will be 500 bricks. So the right answer is option B. Question number 77. In the detailed estimate, the volumes are worked out to the nearest of. So for the detailed estimate, volume should be worked out for the nearest value of 0.01 meter cube. Option C is the right answer. Question number 78. Estimate is the probable cost of structure arrived before the commencement of project. So it is based on measurement of quantities of various item of work involved in the project. This quantity of item of work is multiplied by the present market rate to arrive the cost of such items. So option B is the right answer. It is the probable cost arrived at before the commencement of structure. Question number 79. Which of the following is the most correct estimate? Among this following option, analysis of rate, or it is also called as detailed estimate. So detailed estimate is considered to be the most correct estimate. In this detailed estimate, it contains schedule of rate, design charts, planning and drawings, and reports such as specifications. Question number 80. The weight of the cement in one bag is. So one bag of cement contains weight of 50 kg. Option B is the right answer. When this type of the question is asked, you should remember the following properties such as specific gravity of cement will be 3.15, density of the cement will be 1440 kg per meter cube, and weight of water should be 34.7 liters, and volume of one bag of cement will be 0.03472 meter cube. Question number 81. In the Centerline method of the working out the volumes for cross wall, the watt deduction must be made from the centerline length at each junction. So at each junction, it should be deducted by half the breadth. Option D is the right answer. Question number 82. An event is a definite position of activity. It is a stage that refers to the particular instant of time that indicates the starting or completion of activity. This occurrence of an event neither requires the time or any other sources. So option D is the right answer. Event is a definite position of activity. Question number 83. PERT means. PERT means it is a program evaluation and review technique. This technique is used when the duration of activity is not known with certainty to estimate the probability that the project will be completed by a given deadline. Option A is the right answer. PERT means it is a program evaluation and review technique. Question number 84. CPM network is a technique used to determine the length of the time required to complete a project when the duration of activity is known with certainty under deterministic approach. So CPM is an activity network oriented. So option B is the right answer. Question number 85. Which of the following does not represent an activity? So among this following option, you can observe site located is not an activity, it is an event because there is no any action or activity going on. But in the other option, option B, foundation is being dug means there is some activity or action going on. Option C, the office area is being cleaned, so there is a cleaning activity going on. And option D, invitation are being sent, so there is a sending activity. So all these options represent activities, but option A does not represent an activity because it is an event. So option A is the right answer. Question number 86. Slack is the difference between latest allowable time minus earliest expected time. So option A is the right answer. It is the amount of time a task can be delayed before the project finish date is delayed. Question number 87. Negative float can occur when it is. Negative float can occur when it is a supercritical activity. Option C is the right answer. When the float is less than 0, it is called negative float. Such events are called supercritical events and these represents the project is already beyond the schedule. Question number 88. In civil engineering drawing, elevation refers to. Elevation refers to view from one side of an object or building from ground level to roof line. So it represents side view. Option D is the right answer. Question number 89. In drawing office, a tracer is one. Drawing office is responsible for the range of tasks including the preparation of drawing for the lease, planning, project and design and construction documentation and control. So in a drawing office, a tracer is in charge of drawing office, involved in the tracing of drawing, involved in the office work. So all these activities are done by a tracer. Option D is the right answer, all of the above. Question number 90. The trim size of A4 drawing sheet in mm is. A4 drawing sheet dimension is 210 by 297 mm. Option A is the right answer. Question number 91. If the grade of concrete is M30, 30 refers to its compressive strength of concrete. Option C is the right answer, where M stands for mix of the concrete and 30 stands for characteristic compressive strength of concrete. Question number 92. Limiting value of the depth of neutral axis for Fe415 steel is. As per IS 456-2000, the ratio of limiting depth of neutral axis divided by depth of the beam is equal to 0.0035 divided by 0.0055 plus 0.87 times of grade of steel divided by modulus of elasticity. So the ratio of limiting depth of neutral axis divided by depth is equal to 0.48. So limiting depth of neutral axis is equal to 0.48 times of depth of beam. So option B is the right answer. Question number 93. Minimum percentage of the steel in the column is. As per IS 456-2000 from the clause 26.5.3.1, the minimum percentage of the steel reinforcement shall be limited to 0.4% and its maximum percentage of the steel reinforcement shall be limited to 6%. So option B is the right answer. 0.4% is the minimum percentage of the steel. This minimum percentages of a steel reinforcement is required to ensure the minimum flexural resistance due to unexpected eccentricity that may occur in the column and to account the creep under sustained loading. So option B is the right answer. In case of cantilever beam, the tension zone lies dash the neutral axis. So let's consider the bending nature of a cantilever beam. So this is the neutral axis of a cantilever beam. So top zone will be in tension, which is in sagging bending moment, and bottom portion of a cantilever beam will be in compression zone, which will be in hogging bending moment. So tension zone lies above the neutral axis. So option A is the right answer. 95. A reinforced concrete slab is designed as one-way slab when the ratio of Ly by Lx is greater than 2. Option C is the right answer. Suppose if the ratio of Ly by Lx is less than 2, such type of the slab are considered as two-way slab. Question number 96. The minimum number of bars in the square column is 4 numbers. Option D is the right answer. Question number 97. The distribution reinforcement for Fe415 steel is dash % of B into D. So as per IS 456-2000, if Fe415 steel grade is used, the distribution reinforcement shall be 0.12% of B into D, where B is the width of the section and D is the depth of the section. Suppose if HYSD bar are used, the distribution reinforcement is 0.15% of B into D. So the right answer is option B. For Fe415 steel grade, distribution reinforcement will be 0.12% of B into D. Question number 98. The effective throat thickness of a fillet weld shall not be less than dash mm. As per IS 800-2007 from the clause 10.5.2.3, from this clause it has mentioned that the effective throat thickness of a fillet weld shall not be less than 3 mm. Option B is the right answer. Question number 99. The ratio of elastic section modulus to the plastic section modulus is called. We know that ratio of elastic section modulus divided by plastic section modulus is defined as shape factor. So option A is the right answer, shape factor. Question number 100. The art of joining columns to increase its length is called. When the available length of structural steel section is less than the required length of the column section are required to be spliced, and such process is called column splicing. Option C is the right answer.